You are listening to chartingwealth.com for Monday, the 15th of June, 2015. As we always do, we start with IYI. And why do we have the Qs up? Let's go quickly to IYI. Here we go. We're looking at the 2-day chart. Now, you know that we always like to draw trend lines, and it is hard to draw one right now. We have down candles. They have been broken, as you've seen over the last few days. We could attempt to draw some type of trend line between these. It just wouldn't work. So we cannot draw one yet. We could attempt to draw an uptrend line, but of course we can't. Why? Because we have a crossing over going down our moving average convergence divergence way back between the 28th of May and the 1st of June. We are still in a down move, actually. We have a greater diversion in our MACD over the last couple of days as the week ended on the 12th. And we do have two past green candles going up on the 2-day trend line in the total market. However, the fact of the matter is we are still in a down move because we use the MACD, that is the moving average convergence divergence, to tell us whether we are in an up or down trend. And if you are looking at our chart, if you're just listening to us on audio, that's fine. I'll tell you what we have. We have 4 days of, we have two 2-day candles, 4 days of 2-day candles that show us movement, very slight up movement in the middle of a large down candle on the 9th of June. So what does that mean? Well, that means that the market's sliding sideways at the moment. Even though you can see green up candles for 2 days, they are small green candles and they are all well within the movement going down on the 9th of June. Now, if we switch over from the 2-day chart to the 4-hour chart, what do we see? Well, we see a crossover going up back on the 10th during midday on the 10th of June, and we see it peaking out at 4 p.m. on the 11th of June, and then down movements on Friday, the 12th of June. What does that tell us? Well, we can see that the derivative oscillator is falling off, and we can see there is a coming together, a converging of the MACD. It's not crossed over yet on the 4-hour chart going down, but it looks like it might be getting close. So why do we go with the big chart? Because big waves have more impact. That's why we go by our 2-day chart. So currently we are still officially in a down move in the total market, and it looks like the 4-hour chart, the smaller chart, the half-day chart is rolling over. Now let's go next to and for the record, IYY was down a little over 0.5% on Friday. SPY is the S&P 500. If you are looking at it, and of course you can always see our charts by going to chartingwealth.com, and you can follow along as I look at the charts and as I use an arrow to point them out, or if you're listening to them on audio, that is fine. We'll tell you what's happening. But looking at the chart, same kind of movement, except on the SPY, which is the Standard & Poor's 500, it's not all the stocks, it's 500 big stocks. You can see that it actually has a down candle finishing the week on the 12th of June, a mini up candle on the 11th of June, and on the 9th, again, both those candles, both of the end of the week candles, are totally contained within the down movement on the 9th of June. And you can see that there is a greater divergence of the lines on the MACD. Derivative oscillator looks like it's a little bit smaller on the candle on the 12th of June than it was in the prior candle. And again, not a lot of upward pressure. If we back out and go to the 4-hour chart, half-day chart, it has rolled over considerably, moving down on Friday the 12th. Not crossed over yet, but converging, coming together. Looks like that could be happening soon. We'll have to see on Monday what actually happens. Now, let's go to the Qs, my favorite chart, the NASDAQ 100, the tech stocks. It is still in a confirmed down move. The derivative oscillator has gotten even bigger. Looks like the MACD has diverged even further, and there was a down candle. There was a lot of indecision on the candle on the 11th of June because it was a doji. It looks like a cross. It means the bears were in control as much as the bulls. So a lot of indecision. And then the next day or the next candle, a down move. Again, not a great down move. Still, all the moves were contained within the candle on the night. That was a big down day. And the 5th, the prior candle, was also a down day. We are still in a down move officially because the big chart is a down move on the Qs. Let's go to the 4-hour chart on the Qs. You can see the last 3 candles, and it appears, yes indeed, the Qs crossed over going down. So we have the Qs is confirmed down on both the candles. The total market and the S&P are down, ending the week as far as that day goes, and they have official down moves on the big chart and are still in up moves on the small chart. So they're a little bit schizophrenic, whereas our Qs is absolutely in a down move as far as both our charts go. Now let's go ahead and move out to the 2-day chart one last time and go to gold. What is gold doing? Well, gold on the 2-day chart actually broke through the 2-day trend line that we had drawn that we really don't need anymore. That isn't doing much for us. We can try to redraw that later. It crossed over going down between the 26th and the 28th of May, and it has been a confirmed down move since then. A lot of downward movement on the 26th candle, that is the 2-day candle on the 26th and the 2-day candle on the 5th. Some up moves on the 9th and the 11th, those 2 candles, and finishing the week with a down move. Gold was officially down 0.82%. That's almost a percent on Friday. So gold is still officially in a down move on the 2-day chart. Let's see what it looks like on the 4-hour chart. And gold is in an up move. It actually crossed over going up between the 9th and the 10th, and it has been sliding sideways since then. But again, what do we go by? We go by the 2-day chart. So gold is still officially in a down move. Gold, the total market, and the S&P a bit schizophrenic with down moves on the 2-day chart, up moves on the 4-hour charts, whereas the Qs is in a total down move on both charts. That's where we finish the week as we go into Monday. Hope that you have great trading as you get into the week on Monday. Again, pay close attention to everything that's going on. Realize where the markets stand right now. Hope that you're able to make some good money in the market, and hope that you also, if you haven't already, that you listen to our weekly review and forecast before you get the week started. Tune in every day to chartingwealth.com to find out what's going on in our big 3 indexes that we follow and gold. God bless you. We wish you the best in trading here at chartingwealth.com.